Hi everyone. This video is to introduce Unit 3, which gets started tomorrow. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the things that you'll be doing in this unit, help clarify some of the things. So in case there are any questions, maybe the video can answer them. If not, then you're always welcome to send the questions directly to me. So to get us started in the next unit, you'll be doing another article review. And if you plan it right, this article review can help you on another assignment. So you'll see in this unit a couple of the activities you're going to be doing extend things that you've already started. So you'll do your 3-2-1 article review, and this time the article is your choice. So if you wanted to, you could pick an article that will be a part of your inquiry project, and that will kind of save you from one of these activities if you plan it right. So you'll do your article review. That's due March 12th. Also, March 12th is the next time that our discussion is due. So that is a Wednesday, March 12th, and we'll have a live discussion that night. We'll be talking about comprehension strategies. So whether you choose to do the live discussion or the discussion in Blackboard and the discussion board, both of the discussions will be about the same topic. And to prepare for that discussion, I want you to give a look to the comprehension strategies that are in our book. Now you'll see chapters 6 through 11. Wow, that's a lot of reading, but actually I don't necessarily want you to read the whole chapter. You'll see when you look at those chapters, there's, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages at the beginning of the chapter, and then the rest of the chapter is a collection of actual activities that you can do with students, which you are welcome to look through. They'll definitely help you when you plan your strategies unit, and hopefully there's some things that you can use with your own students. But for our discussion, I want you to know what those strategies are. I want you to be able to talk about them and describe them. So in order to do that, you need to read the first part of each of those chapters so that you're familiar with what the strategy is. So that'll be our next live discussion. And then we'll have a little gap in there. We'll have spring break in there. The university spring break is the week of St. Patrick's Day, and maybe that's the same spring break for you. I don't know. Then the week after that, the last week of March, we'll have you finish up with the last, summarizing the last chapters of strategies that work. And at that point, your reference list for your inquiry project is due. So if you go in and read about that part 2 of your inquiry project, for part 1, you made your question with your rationale. For part 2, you're going to look for your resources that will help you answer your question, and you'll use those to create a bibliography or a reference list. And if you read about part 2 of the inquiry project, you'll see you need to have at least one article, which could be the article that you use for your 3-2-1 assignment, at least one book, although you don't necessarily have to read the whole book for the project. You have to use one as a resource. And you can find access to lots of chapters to books online, so you don't necessarily have to actually get the whole book. And then at least one website. And those come within your 5 resources. So you may have more than one article, more than one book, more than one website. So it's 5 resources total, and then at least one of each of those 3 things. And then also at that time, we'll have our next online discussion. This time there won't be a live chat on March 26th, just the discussion board, because that week I'll be gone at a conference giving a presentation, so I won't be available for the online chat. And to prepare for that, you're going to be reading one of Lois Lowry's books. So I wanted to inject a little fun reading into this class, plus give you a chance to become more aware of how you are using the strategies that we're learning about. So you'll choose one of Lois Lowry's books. Hopefully it's one that you haven't read yet. If you've read The Giver, then move on to the next one, Gathering Blue or Messenger. The books are sort of related, but they are not sequels. But I really want you to read something that you haven't read before, because I think that's where you'll be the most aware of how you are using the strategies in your reading. So decide which one, borrow it from the library, download it as an ebook, get it however you can, and that's what you'll read. Maybe that'll be your spring break reading, because that comes shortly after spring break. And then our discussion on how we use the strategies ourselves, we'll have that in the discussion board that week. So that's an overview of the next unit. Things are moving right along. Before we know it, it's going to be halfway through the semester, just a couple more weeks. And hopefully that means that spring will be here sooner rather than later. And hopefully you have a good Wednesday, and we'll touch base later. Thanks. Bye-bye.